AITA for refusing to acknowledge my mom's $300 visa payment and making her cry. So, backstory. About 10 years ago, my mom, now 69, had racked up a massive amount of credit card debt. She was unemployed, facing eviction, and in a really bad spot. At the time, I couldn't afford to help pay her bills, so instead, I moved her into my house with me, my husband, and our 2 kids. We sold most of her stuff to help pay things down. For 6 years, she lived with us rent-free. We covered her groceries, utilities, and basically everything. Every cent she got from the government went straight toward her debt. It wasn't easy, but eventually she paid it all off. Once she was debt-free, I helped get her onto social assistance and into low-income senior housing. She's been on her own for about 3 years now. I still have access to her accounts, mostly just to keep an eye on things and make sure she stays stable. Recently, I got a notification that her visa was over the limit. This card was only supposed to be for emergencies, but when I looked at her statement, it was full of stuff like mobile games, restaurants, and random purchases. Nothing necessary. I called her to talk about it. I told her I couldn't help her anymore and that she'd have to figure it out on her own. To be clear, she never asked me for money. She said she'd handle it. But she got really upset when I refused to acknowledge that she had made a $300 payment on the card. She started crying, saying she is trying, and I still shut her down because I was frustrated and didn't want to give her credit for backsliding again. Now I feel conflicted. On one hand, I've already sacrificed so much for years to help her, and I can't keep bailing her out. On the other hand, she's 69, she cried, and I do feel like maybe I was too harsh in that moment by not giving her any acknowledgement for at least paying something. So, AITA for refusing to acknowledge her payment and making her cry.